Hello everyone. Today I'm sharing how to build a template library for graphic design outsourcing. One universal template for main images, detail pages, event pages. This is a stage many outsourcing teams inevitably reach as they take on more and more projects and become increasingly overwhelmed. Because the reality is often, graphics are created every day, but each time feels like the first time. Style is repeatedly explained. Structure is redesigned for every order. You'll find it's not that they don't know how to do it, but that they lack a reusable underlying structure. First, the conclusion. A template library isn't about laziness, but about amplifying capabilities. Many people, upon hearing template library, have the following first reactions. Will it be monotonous? Will it lack sophistication? But truly mature outsourcing teams know template reuse is about logic, not style. It doesn't solve creative problems, but rather the cost of starting from scratch each time, repeated style adjustments, poor delivery stability too. Why does outsourcing without a template library inevitably become increasingly tiring? Because you're repeatedly wasting time on these three things. 1. Restructuring every time. 2. Revising the style every time. 3. Trial and error every time. These aren't design itself, but rather the system isn't properly built. The purpose of a template library is to solve these repetitive judgments once and for all. 3. Before building a template library, first unify a core principle. Before you start, you need to unify a understanding. Templates are not fixed looks, but fixed rules. Therefore, what should be fixed in a template library is information order, priority, distinction relationships, variable and immutable parts, not specific colors, a particular font, a particular style effect. How to build a main image template library? Determining the efficiency upper limit. Main image templates aren't about creating 10 images. Instead, they're about creating 3 judgment structures. You can categorize main image templates based on what the user judges at first glance. Template 1, direct selling point type, most universal. Fixed structure, single core selling point, most important, product body, very little auxiliary information. Suitable for standard products, value for money products, new product launch. This is the type of template with the most stable click-through rate. Template 2, scenario-based fixed structure, usage scenario visuals. Product integrated into the scenario. Selling points presented in a de-emphasized manner. Suitable for products requiring understanding of usage. Categories with strong emotional value. Template 3. Comparison-based decision-making. Fixed structure, comparison elements, before, after, left, right, present, absent. Clearly identify differences, quickly determine the conclusion. Suitable for multiple specifications. Products where choices are difficult to make. Main image template library, 3 to 5 structures are enough. How to build a product detail page template library. Determines stable conversion. Detail page templates are not a fixed layout for the entire page, but rather a fixed information module order. You can break it down into a module library 5, general modules for product detail pages, combinable. 1. Confirmation module. Is this what I want? 2. Doubt resolution module. Will I encounter any problems? 3. Usage scenario module. How to use it. What is the experience? 4. Rational information module. Specifications, parameters, points to note. 5. Decision support module. Suitable for whom, unsuitable for whom, how to choose different products, only differ in module selection, the order remains the same. What the template library needs to provide is not the pages themselves, but rather 1 to 2 structural examples for each module, explanations of when to use for each module. This way, each time you create a details page, You are simply building blocks instead of drawing from scratch. 6A. How to build an activity page. Template library. Avoid a cluttered and disorganized design. Activity pages are most prone to getting out of control, so templates are even more important. Activity page templates only need 2 types. Template A, strong benefit type, major promotions. Fixed structure, first screen, single benefit point. Second screen, activity mechanism. Third screen, core product features, minimal information, but a clear impact. Template B, brand rhythm type, non-major promotions. Fixed structure, emotional opening theme expression, product showcase. Features, quiet, organized, and not cluttered. The key to activity templates isn't quantity, but rather, each template can control the scene. 7. 4. Files. Your template library should really contain. Many people can't create templates because they only save PSD files. A truly useful template library should include at least the following: 1. Structural diagram, wireframe level. 2. Usage instructions, when to use it. 3. List of variables, which can be modified. 4. Disabled items hints, which should not be changed. This makes it easy for newcomers to use and less daunting for experienced users. Fate. When is a template library considered mature? You can judge using these 3 questions. 1. Can the structure be directly applied to new projects? 2. Has the style communication time been significantly shortened? 3. Are modifications focused on content rather than structure? If the answer is yes, then the template library is already saving you a lot of trouble. A word of truth for those who want to make outsourcing a long-term capability. Template libraries are not for making things faster. Rather, it's for no more relying on personal memory, no more relying on repeated explanations, no more relying on all-nighters to cover everything. When the structure is solidified, creativity has room to flourish. In short, outsourced graphic design should establish a universal template library for main images, detail pages, event pages. The key isn't the number of styles, but rather fixed judgment structure, modular information order, clearly defining what is variable and what is immutable. When the template library begins to carry experience and rules, outsourced design will truly upgrade from manual labor to a replicable, scalable, long-term capability.